Your baby is crying. You pick them up, and someone in the room says, "Don't hold them so much, you're going to spoil them." And you put them down because you trusted that advice. That was a mistake, and it's just one of 7 things that almost every new parent does wrong, not out of carelessness, but because nobody ever corrected the information. Giving water on a hot day, cereal in the bottle so they sleep longer, the crib full of blankets and stuffed animals that looks perfect on Instagram, things that feel completely normal that your own mother probably told you to do, and that can actually put your baby at risk. This video is going to be uncomfortable for some of you because you're going to recognize yourself in more than one of these, but that's exactly why you need to watch it. Letting your baby cry so you don't spoil them. There's a very old fear that lives in the back of every new parent's mind, a fear that disguises itself as advice. Don't hold them so much, you'll spoil them. If you pick them up every time they cry, they'll never learn to self-soothe. Let them cry for a bit. It won't hurt either of you. Almost everyone has heard those phrases, and they sound logical, don't they? If you always solve the problem, the baby never learns to solve it alone. It makes sense, until you understand how a newborn's brain actually works. A baby that's only weeks old does not have the neurological capacity to manipulate you. That simply doesn't exist yet. What does exist is a completely immature nervous system that depends entirely on you to regulate itself. When a newborn cries and you pick them up, you're not teaching them to be negatively dependent on you. You are literally teaching them at a biological level what it feels like to move from chaos to calm. You are building the architecture of their security. And there's something else. When you hold your baby, their heart rate stabilizes, their breathing regulates, their cortisol levels, which is the stress hormone, drop. Your body is, at this moment in their life, their external regulation system. You're not spoiling them. You are literally keeping them stable. When you hold them and tell them, even without words, "I'm here, you're safe," that doesn't create dependency. It creates trust. And trust is exactly what they're going to need to, eventually, not need you as much. Giving them water on hot days. This mistake comes from a very understandable place. It's a hot day. Your baby is sweating. You're thirsty. Everyone around you is thirsty. And your most basic instinct tells you, just give them a little water. What's the harm? A lot. There can be a lot of harm. A newborn's kidneys are not mature. They cannot process water the same way yours do. And when you give water to a baby under 6 months old, you're not hydrating them. You're diluting the electrolytes in their blood, especially sodium, and that can lead to something called water intoxication or hypovotremia. And what does that mean in real terms? Seizures, difficulty breathing, in severe cases, brain damage, all from just a little sip of water. The good news is the solution is very simple. Breast milk or formula already contains all the water your baby needs, even on the hottest summer days. They don't need anything else. If you feel like your baby is uncomfortable from the heat, what you can do is offer the breast or bottle more frequently. That works. Water before 6 months does not. And if someone in your family keeps insisting, now you have the answer. Putting cereal in their bottle so they sleep longer. Sleep, the great topic nobody prepares you for. Before your baby was born, you probably slept well. You probably didn't even realize how well you slept. And now you know exactly how many times you wake up at night, how many hours it's been since you slept consecutively, and how much you would give for just one full night. And then someone tells you, put a little rice cereal in the bottle. It fills them up more and they sleep through the night. It sounds perfect. Why didn't anyone tell you this sooner? Because it doesn't work, and because it can be dangerous. Studies are clear on this. Adding cereal to a bottle does not make babies sleep longer.
That is a myth that has been repeated for decades with no real scientific backing. But there's something more serious. A newborn's digestive system is not ready to process solids. The swallowing reflex is not fully developed yet, and adding cereal to a bottle significantly increases the risk of the baby choking, even when you're not watching. And if that weren't enough, it can also contribute to long-term feeding problems because you're training the baby to associate fullness with something they shouldn't be eating yet. Your baby's sleep is controlled by their developing brain, not their stomach. The time will come when they sleep more. There is no shortcut to speed that up. What you can do is survive this stage with real strategies, not with myths that can also cause harm.
White noise all the time at full volume. The baby product market found a brilliant way to sell you peace of mind: the white noise machine. And yes, there is evidence that white noise can help a baby fall asleep. It makes sense because inside the womb, the environment wasn't silent. It was loud, constant, like the sound of a washing machine running all the time. The problem isn't white noise itself. The problem is how we're using it. Many parents put it on at very high volume all night, every night for months, and that is a different thing entirely. A baby's brain doesn't rest when they sleep. It keeps working. It's consolidating information, forming connections, processing everything that happened during the day. In terms of neurological development, it's one of the most active periods of their entire life. When there's a constant high-volume sound throughout all of that process, it can interfere with that consolidation. Some researchers suggest it could have effects on cognitive development, though it's still being studied. What we do know is that pediatricians recommend keeping white noise volume below 50 decibels, which is roughly the volume of a normal conversation, and not using it as a permanent replacement for a natural sleep environment. Your baby needs to learn to sleep in a world that isn't perfectly silent, but isn't deafening either. Not leaving the house because you're afraid they'll get sick. The first weeks at home with the newborn can feel like being trapped. The bedroom, the couch, the crib, the breast or the bottle. Repeat. And on top of that, someone always has a warning. Don't go out yet, they might catch something. Better wait at least a month or two. And you're already afraid of everything, so you stay. Days, weeks, looking out the window. But here's the reality. Fresh air doesn't hurt your baby. It's good for them. The danger isn't the air outside. The danger is crowds, people who want to touch your baby without washing their hands, enclosed spaces packed with people during virus season. A quiet walk in the park with few people around, out in the open air, is not just safe, it's beneficial for your baby, who needs gentle sensory stimulation, and especially for you. Prolonged isolation is one of the most significant risk factors for postpartum depression. That feeling of being locked away, of the world moving on without you, of your entire life disappearing and being replaced by diapers and sleepless nights, all of that intensifies when you literally cannot go outside. Go out. Carefully, yes. Avoiding crowds, yes. But go out. The sun on your face and the air in your lungs are medicine too. The perfectly decorated crib. You've seen it 1,000 times on Pinterest, on Instagram, in other moms' photos. A perfect crib, with a padded bumper all around, soft sheets, a stuffed bear in the corner, a little blanket with their name embroidered on it, everything in the same pastel tone, everything perfect, everything full of love. And I completely understand it. You want their first space in the world to be as welcoming as possible. It's an act of love. But that beautiful crib is one of the most dangerous environments your baby can sleep in. Crib bumpers, pillows, fluffy blankets, stuffed animals, all of them represent a real risk for sudden infant death syndrome, or SIDS. The reason is very specific. A newborn does not have the muscle control to move their head if something blocks their airway. They can't ask for help. They can't react. The only safe crib is an empty crib. Firm, flat surface, no bumpers, no stuffed animals, no loose blankets. Just a firm mattress with a fitted sheet, and if it's cold, a sleep sack designed for babies. It's not what they sell, it's not what looks beautiful in photos, but it's what keeps your baby alive. And that's what matters the most.
Blaming the fever on teething. Your baby has been irritable for days. They're drooling more than usual, they're putting everything in their mouth, and suddenly they have a fever. And you know it, right? It must be the teeth. It's the most common diagnosis parents give themselves, and also one of the most dangerous ones when it's used to justify not going to the doctor. Teething can cause some local discomfort. There might be a very slight rise in temperature, which some people call a little warmth, but it does not cause a real fever. A real fever, above 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit, always has another cause. It could be a viral infection, a bacterial infection, or something that needs medical attention. When we tell ourselves it's just the teeth and wait for it to pass, we are sometimes ignoring an important signal that our baby's body is sending us. Simple rule: if your baby has a real fever, go to the doctor, regardless of whether or not they're in a teething stage. The teeth can wait, the fever cannot.
Being a first-time parent is one of the most beautiful and most terrifying experiences that exist. Nobody arrives knowing everything. Nobody. And making mistakes doesn't make you a bad parent, it makes you human. If you recognized any of these mistakes today, that doesn't mean you failed your baby. It means you're paying attention. It means you want to do better. And that already says everything. Your baby doesn't need you to be perfect. They just need you to be there.